How you doing, folks? Flashback Friday. Yep. So I'm recording this on Saturday, May 22nd. Happy birthday to me. Thanks. Kind of a early birthday present for myself. Those who follow me on Instagram probably saw the photo yesterday. I had a big old case of gas and basically bought out a friend's guitar collection. Half of which I've owned at one time myself because we've traded a lot of gear back and forth. But I got reunited with an old friend, which we'll talk about. And why don't I just whip it out? Just don't. I know. So, got a guitar on the floor here. So we'll talk about it. Oh, see, guitar case. Let's just put it right here next to the guitar I haven't worked on. Oh, there she be. There she be, there she be, there she be, there she be. She is a Jay Turser. Yeah, severe back bow. Have you seen a photo of this guitar before? Probably, if you're friends with me on the Book of Faces or the Instagrams, if you will. Oh, I even have a set of strings for it. Nice. So this guitar was given to me a number of years ago. Let's just say 10 years ago. Given to me 10 years ago as a thank you gift from a good buddy of mine. And then I this neck pickup. Oh, it just sounds wonderful. And as such, I had this guitar, and I gigged with this guitar during my days with One Day to Live. And then I traded this guitar for my Gibson. Do I have a suspected back bow? Maybe not. Maybe yes. Well, let's see what the neck relief is. So, and yesterday got it back. So, an early birthday gift, some would say. I just say reunited with an old friend. So, yes, there will be videos on this guitar because it's a great guitar. I'll look for 12 thou. Knowing it's not 12 thou. What do you think that guesses as to what the neck relief is? Because it's not fretting out on the first fret. Do we have a high first fret? The nut let go. We shall take a look and see. Yes. All right, capo. All right. Oh, we'll just hold up the neck joint. 12? No. Let's go the other way. Will there be editing? Yeah, maybe. Who knows? You can barely see what I'm doing. Is it 10? Hells no. These are so greasy still. Feeler gauges, not the guitar. Alright, 7. Nope. So, it's less than 7. We're going to stop there. So, if you guessed below 7, you're probably right. If you guessed over 7, you're wrong. Alright, let's get the strings off this thing. There we go. String winder. String winder. It's going to take a lot of clean. This might be a two-parter. Oh, loose tuning pegs. Alright. Trying to think when I traded this back. 3 years ago. I know the strings were changed because they're not top wrapped anymore, and I like to top wrap mine. You like top yours? Yeah, top wrap. Hell yeah. You should know that if you watch the channel. Are we gonna top wrap today? Depends on how ambitious I get. What do you mean? Well, do I feel like cutting the ball ends off these strings in order to do it? Yeah, maybe. Decent pair of side cutters. I know I have a decent pair, like not the mini ones somewhere. Is that them? Nope. See, that's pliers. Pliers. Up here. Needle nose with a little side cutter deal. That'll work. Why do you cut them here, Ben? Because I felt like it. Well, I barely cut through. Like it was ready to break, it felt like. Strings are a little rusty. Frets aren't actually that bad, but I think we'll give them a polish. So layer them. Wow, that's really marred up from being moved around height-wise. Oh, Ernie balls. All gold. That's how you tell. Well, gold, copper, brass even. So just put those aside. Take the bridge off. Bridge could probably use some cleaning. Is that still? Yep, still level. Nice. Wow, that's a lot of mung. Oh. Might need to get the hand condoms on this thing. Clearly no maintenance is done on this, and it spent the last few years in a smoker's home, so. But Ben, it was a smoker's home. Yuck. Oh, I don't care. Why don't you care, Ben? Because about the time I stopped smoking, I was still gigging with this thing. I was gigging with this thing when I smoked. So, meh. I think we'll go with the 9s. I think these were 9s that were on it. It seemed to like 9s. Wow, that is a lot of debris and nastiness. Where's my thing? No, that's not it. Look for that? No. Hey, look. The last Flashback Friday. Let's put that over here out of the way. No. Where is my nylon brush? My oversized toothbrush, basically. How about right in front of me? Oh. Getting those edges. Alright. Break that loose. Key, blow. Close your eyes when you blow. That way the debris doesn't go straight up into your eyes. Miss ear debris? Yep. Time to get a bath. Alright, let's just see how much is stuck into the fretboard. We'll do 5 frets. 5 frets. Yeah. Reminds me of when I traded this for the Chibson. The Chibson had about 10 years of tobacco or nicotine on it. Don't be spilling that. You'll catch yourself on fire eventually even. Yeah, oh, she was a nice creamy color until I spent a couple hours cleaning it. And holy crap, then she came back to the white because it was a poly paint, not a nitro. There, get all up in there. There. What's that? Divot? Sure. I even have to do the tuners are coated in schmutz. Let's see if we can do a tuner. just one side of one tuner to see what I'm dealing with. One side of one tuner. Let's do the other side of said tuner. Oh, I hear somebody walking around upstairs. Well, I wonder who that could be. It could be Dad. Or Dad. Or probably Dad. Alright. Let's just both sides at once. Just double our efforts. Yep. Nice and moist. A little debris there. Someone with longer fingernails was playing this guitar, I'm guessing. That's how that happens in a rosewood fretboard, or whatever this fretboard's made of. It might actually be rosewood, even though it's a low-end guitar. I think these things retailed for $175 Canadian when my buddy bought it. I haven't seen Jay Tursers in a few years. I don't even know if they're still in business at this point. Comment down below if you know if they're still in business, because these things were everywhere. At least around here back in the day. Could be because Ardens sold them. Alright. Wow, these are really loose. Oh, that was a quarter turn. Oh yeah. Where's my wrench for that business? Did I put up there? No, that would make sense. Do you organize it all, Ben? Nope. Do you clean up after you do a setup? Obviously not. Clearly, I turn the camera off and then immediately leave the room. What am I looking for? Right. Well, we got the adjustable wrench. I mean, worst case scenario. And if we want to get really tight, you know, there's always this option. But we don't need those. Back there. Nope. Where the heck did I go? Huh? Oh, ain't that just fun? Alright, fine. Get on there. Go to the right size even. Wow. Still loose. A socket would work real well right about now. Got a ratchet. Do I have a socket? No. Fine. Let's there we go. Give myself a little extra room here. So picked this up. Picked up a Squire Bullet Stratocaster. Old enough it still came with a trim system. Picked up an Ibanez bass. And I picked up a first gen OG 30-watt PV Viper amp with this Impera 1 accessory pedal. And a little PV bass amp. I don't know what it is, but it's little. You're going to be used a lot today. It's a lot of buckle rash on this. Well, light worming. Didn't go through the finish, but it's there. Check see if these are all tight. These are really easy to strip, these little set screws, and I don't think they do a lot stability wise. It's just more or less to keep the tuners from rotating. So just make sure they're all okay. All right. Let's get, where did I put the combustibles? There we are. And yes, I always clean with lighter fluid. Why using Zippo brand? Everyone else uses Ronson. Well, because that's what the store had. You know, and pretty much I found the only places. Ooh, there's some. I remember relicking that. Oh, will it come up? It won't. But right in the center of the headstock there, There's a big old chunk of white. Yep, that was a ceiling fan. I remember that. Oh, no, you were doing the back. That's right. Oh, yeah, that's not coming off. Yeah, maybe eventually. Oh, no, it came off. Yay! So this looks like serial number. Oh, yeah, that's the old. What's that? JT-220D, as in David, -CS, which is probably like cherry something. Cherry sugar? Sure. Sugar, sugar. Oh, honey, honey. You are my candy girl. And I can't stop you. Sure. Sugar. Oh, honey, honey. Da, 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 da. There we go. This. You know what? I have a feeling this thing is going to get cleaned a lot over the next few screen changes. Sure. How about string changes? Yeah. I don't know. Anybody that's cleaned nicotine off a guitar knows it can get right in there into the finish. So it's got a bit of a cloud to it, but that's okay. I don't care. I just want to get some of it off. Some of it off. Some of it off. Oh, that layer of dust in the single cut, because why? It was on a wall hanger for years. Yep. Alright. Sure. It's cleaner. Let's fix that again. Filthy. So yes, pictures, social media. I'm usually playing this, but I usually had tape over the headstock. Why? Because you were embarrassed to play a Jay Turser band? No, because people have that idea. Oh, it's a cheap Jay Turser. They play like shite. But I loved, especially say the neck pickup. I love the sound of that neck pickup. So what I would do is, quite often hand this to people playing on the same bill as me, that you're chatting with backstage. I'm just try it. And they're like, oh, this thing plays great. Yeah. What is it? Because they look at the taped over headstock. I said, would you believe it's a Jay Turser? And they say, no. So, well, it is. And I'll say, well, I'll be dipped. And so, yeah, it's a nice little conversation piece in many ways. And this thing has never let me down. I don't think I've ever broken a string on it. Knock on wood. You like how I did that? There we go. That's somewhat clean. These pickups, though, are just clouding right over. Let's see if we can. There we go. Make them nice and shiny. Wow, this one's got some corrosion. Oh wow, a lot. I forgot that. Yeah, this thing. She got put away wet a few times at night. Especially if we weren't the headliner and you're kind of rushing to put your gear away. So it's got the telltale. These screws are fine, and the others are just rotten from the old palm mutant and the sweat and all that fun stuff. So there we go. How do the frets look? Let's give them a quick. Excuse me, rub down. How are we doing on time? 20 minutes in already. You know what? I think, let's try the t-shirt instead, see if that makes a difference. I think I will polish the frets. And then whilst I do that, I will start wrapping things up on this part 1 that's unedited. Maybe we'll do half, because we got 4 different grades of fret polish. Maybe we could just tie her right in together. And we'll make this a 2-parter, wrapping up at the end of the second polishing mark. There we go. Of course, all I'm going to do is hit stop. Well, no. I'm going to say, hey, thanks, please like and subscribe. Did I say that just now? Good. It's at the end of the video. Nobody's paying attention if they're not subbed. And then, yeah, I'll just stop the camera and then start it up again and pretend it's a whole different experience or something. That's the magic of filmmaking. Sure. There we go. Yeah, these frets weren't too bad, actually. I'm surprised. I would have thought they would have been much worse. There we go. So there we are. That was the 180 grit. So we'll leave it at this point. Make sure to tune in for part 2. Leave a comment down below if you've ever owned a Jay Turser. If so, what model? Well, the t-shirt thing did work, so I've got a little piece of pillowcase here. Let's just old pillowcase. That'll work. There we go. That's what we'll do. There we go. And so, yeah, we'll get this thing up and running. I'll do a demo on it even. Story time, but yeah, this is my number 1 when I started gigging. So we'll get into that more. Oh wow, that's not even close to being polished. I forgot about that. So, well, yeah, tune in part 2. I'm Ben. Be good to each other. As always, hold those doors open. Be nice. Be wonderful. Happy tones. Searching. Peace.